Emily Ratajkowski has revealed that she has not heard from Robin Thicke since her accusations against him were shared without her consent last month. In early October, an excerpt from her new book, My Body, in which she alleged that she was groped by the singer, was leaked. Within the excerpt, taken from a much longer essay, Ratajkowski recalled her experience on the set of the music video for Thicke's 2013 hit song, Blurred Lines. As you may know, Ratajkowski, who is known for her work as a model, author, and actor, rose to fame after she starred in the hugely popular music video for the controversial hit. The song, which held the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 for a total of 12 weeks in 2013, has two accompanying music videos, one censored, and another uncensored version in which Ratajkowski and two other models appear topless. In the essay, Ratajkowski notes that while she had initially been happy to shoot both versions of the video, she later became uncomfortable when Thicke returned to the set a little drunk to shoot Just With Me. Writing about her experience on the shoot, Ratajkowski said, "Suddenly, out of nowhere, I felt the coolness and foreignness of a stranger's hands cupping my bare breasts from behind. I instinctively moved away, looking back at Robin Thicke.
He smiled a goofy grin and stumbled backward, his eyes concealed behind his sunglasses," she goes on. "My head turned to the darkness beyond the set. Voice cracked as she yelled out to me, 'Are you okay?'" Shortly after the excerpt was leaked, Ratajkowski's claims from the set were supported by the video's director, Diane Martel, who told the Sunday Times that she witnessed the reported encounter. "I remember the moment that he grabbed her breasts. One in each hand," the director recalled last month. "He was standing behind her as they were both in profile. I screamed in my very aggressive Brooklyn voice, 'What the fuck are you doing? That's it. The shoot is over.'" Martel alleged that Thicke had sheepishly apologized for his behavior at the time, and also added that she didn't think he would have acted in that way had he been sober. 2 days after the passage was shared, Ratajkowski disclosed that she was frustrated that the allegations were misinterpreted without the context of the larger essay from which they were taken. "It's been hard for me. I really like to have control over my image, and I wrote this book of essays to share the whole story and all sides of it," she said at a red carpet event in October. "I feel like it turns into a clickbait frenzy and all of a sudden words like sexual assault and allegations are getting thrown around rather than people reading the actual essay." And now, over a month after her claims were first leaked, Ratajkowski has revealed that she has yet to hear from Thicke. Speaking during an appearance on Watch What Happens Live on Thursday, Ratajkowski was asked by a fan what she wanted people to know most about her experience on the set of Blurred Lines in light of the fact that her initial comments about the shoot had been largely taken out of context. She began by noting that it was essential for people to read the entire essay to get a full understanding of the bigger picture of her complicated story, explaining that, "Nothing I'm going to be able to say here is really going to sum it up." Ratajkowski also went on to clarify that, despite her alleged encounter with Thicke, she had enjoyed her time on the set of the 2013 music video, which was shot by an all-female team of creatives, and, according to its director, was made with the intention of subverting power dynamics and empowering women. "I think it's a really complicated picture. I had a great time on that set in many ways," she said before going on to detail the nuance of the wider essay from which the allegations were lifted. "It's also really a picture of just like a young girl starting to model and be a working model and think about the prospect of money and success," she said. "I just want people to read the whole essay." The show's host, Andy Cohen, went on to ask Ratajkowski if she had heard from Thicke since the essay was published in its entirety earlier this month, to which she responded, "I have not. I have not, no." Cohen then asked if she had expected to hear from the singer, which prompted the author to clarify her reasoning for sharing her experience with the public. "No," she said in response to being asked whether she had been expecting a response from Thicke. "The essay wasn't written as a gotcha moment. It's about me sort of setting the record straight and sharing the whole truth and my experience with the world." She continued, "In that essay particularly I want people to kind of talk about power dynamics that I think are often shrouded on sets, but also just on dates and in the world in general." I think when you're 19 and, you're coming into adulthood as a young woman, you can feel like you're the most powerful person in the room. And there's some power, but attention, validation that comes with that, but it's more complicated than that, Ratajkowski added. And sadly, her claims being taken out of context wasn't the only challenge Ratajkowski was faced with when her comments were leaked. Speaking on the Table Manners podcast earlier this week, the actor opened up about the consequences of sharing her story, going on to reveal that she was subject to horrendous comments on social media after her claims were leaked to the public. During a conversation about the release of her new book, Table Manners host Jessie Ware asked Ratajkowski about the public reaction to her accusations and questioned how responses might have been different if she had spoken out earlier in her career. "I don't know what it would have been like," she began. 2013 was a very different time. I certainly wouldn't have wanted to talk about that at that point in my life. I've done a couple of interviews this news was leaked where people were like, "What do you think the consequences will be for Robin Thicke? And do you feel morally kind of responsible for that?" And it was a big question for me, she went on. Speaking about the possible consequences Thicke may face, Ratajkowski touched upon the repercussions she faced shortly after her claims were leaked in the time since. "I'm like, wait, my Twitter is full of horrendous comments saying, like, oh, she just wants to sell her book, and oh, she was naked on set, what did she expect? Like those are the kind of things I'm getting," she revealed. "And I'm like, well, there's consequences. I understand why people don't tell these stories, Ratajkowski explained, seemingly alluding to the wider issue of victim blaming.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.